Hey everyone, I just wanted to take a few moments to share some conclusions that I came to today and some revelations in my process of walking and talking with God and just praying. I'm hoping by sharing this that you guys can take some encouragement from it as well. I'm not looking for pity and I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that. Just felt I should share some of the things that I've come to the conclusion of and have been really thinking about over my past. Today, as I was walking down the local rail trail, I was really just talking and praying out loud and thinking and considering and pondering over my past. And realized how many things in my life that I started so passionately about had just kind of fizzled out. I didn't really keep after them. It's either because I let people talk me out of doing them, or tried to live up to the expectations of other people. I wasted my teens, 20s, and most of my 30s trying to live up to other people's expectations and trying to be who they wanted me to be and make everybody happy. To be a people pleaser, and all I really did was lose myself. I lost track of who I was and who God created me to be. And the sad part is, to this day, I'm still learning what makes me happy, what I like doing, who I am as a person. And that it's okay to go after my dreams and not to give up. But worse yet than letting other people talk me out of doing things and believing people when they told me I couldn't do it, or who do I think I am for wanting to do it, was not only was I letting them shove me into that box of their expectations or who they want me to be, I was helping them do it. I was right there with them, telling myself what I can't do, what I'm not capable of. God could never do that in my life. God would never do that in my life. I could never do that. I'm not charismatic enough. I'm not outgoing enough. I'm not likable enough. Nobody trusts me. Everybody judges me by my past. The truth is, yes, a lot of people still judge me by my past. I have no control over that. No one does. Neither you nor I have zero control over people, or what people are going to think about us, or how they're going to judge us, or if they're going to judge us by our past or not. But the worst thing of all is I was judging myself by my past. Telling myself, I always start out well, I always fail, I will never succeed. That is what I started to tell myself. I will never succeed. The obstacles are too insurmountable. I'm not good enough. God should have just chose someone else. And I'm honest, even in ministry, even doing what I'm called to do now. When I had my secretary recently resign, my first thought was, I give up. Nothing ever works out. Every time something goes right. But then I had to stop myself. I literally had to stop myself and say, stop it. That is a terrible train of thought. That is a lie. Then I got angry at the Lord a little bit and like, this is not fair. Why does this always happen? Then I thought, that's dumb too. Now I want to say this. I'm not mad at my secretary for resigning. I read her letter of resignation. It totally makes sense. I'm totally understanding. I bless her. I thank her for her service. She did an awesome job, and she had a legitimate reason for leaving. It's not an attack against her. It's just with everything I was dealing with the pandemic and wondering how to keep things moving forward, it was just another piece of bad news at a bad time when I was already struggling with hopelessness. I have learned one thing about myself since I have stopped living up to other people's expectations, and that is I am not as much as an introvert as I always thought I was, and I am not the loner that I thought I was, and I really, really do not like being alone. Now, I'm not saying, sorry, Tourette's moment. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy some alone time. Every human does. Or that I constantly need to be the center of attention to be happy. No, trust me, that's draining. Just being around other people. Sitting at McDonald's, typing something up on my laptop, or just sitting at a coffee shop, or just at a park, hearing other people around is very comforting to me. Being primarily stuck at home. Now, thank the Lord he donated a car to my ministry, and I have a car to drive now, so I can at least get out of the house a little bit to walk and hike and do the little things we're still allowed to do during this isolation time, social distancing, or what I prefer to say, personal distancing. So that's helped. But I don't do well with being trapped or confined or cut off. I need that human contact to maintain sanity. So the struggle has been real at times, and I've been, by God's strength, getting through it. But it is also very hard at times. And when you're already struggling to maintain some sort of peace of mind and joy in the midst of being virtually cut off from people, and yes, I've been attending virtual Toastmasters meetings and stuff like that, and it's helped. But still a large time alone, and it's starting to wear on me. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not saying this out of pity so that you're like, oh, poor Rob. No, please don't pity me. I hate that too. But I know I'm not the only one. I'm not naive. So, we're all struggling. But sometimes when you get bad news at the wrong time, it's just not good. But then I just was talking, and another lady stepped up and said she wants to be the treasurer for my ministry, and that's awesome. So I'll be meeting with her on Monday. So good news balanced out the bad news. But it was my point of saying all this was it was very easy for me to revert back to that I give up. Nothing ever works out for me. Pity party myself. And I'm sorry to say I did have a pity party for 5 minutes or so. Hopefully not more than that. But then the Holy Spirit, she's like, stop that. And you're like, you know what? You're right. I need to stop. I cannot keep being that negative mindset. I do not want to be that person anymore. So today I realized that I always quit when things get hard. I also realized I don't want to be that type of person anymore. So I want you all to keep me accountable to that. We need to encourage each other. I want to encourage you guys, which is why I'm being candid today. I'm not doing this for pity or so that people want to know more about my ministry or anything else I mentioned. Only that, remember, we all go through times where we want to give up. I understand that. I was there. But I don't want to be that person anymore. And I know none of you want to be the person that just gives up all the time. And I'm hoping that just by being real here, that at least one person will be helped. Okay? I don't want to babble on here. I'm not sure what else to say. I just know that I want to do everything wholeheartedly as unto the Lord. I want to do everything with my maximum potential. I don't want to give up when the going gets tough anymore. I don't want to look down on myself when things don't go right. I don't want to talk myself out of success anymore. I don't want to talk myself out of what I can do. I want to stop telling myself what I can't do anymore. I want to stop telling myself that it's impossible, that I'm not charismatic enough, that I'm not this and not that enough, that nobody will ever trust me. Those are all lies. I know those to be lies. Well, you know where they're from. But I refuse to listen to those lies anymore. And I want you to not listen to those lies anymore. I want you to purpose in your hearts not to listen to those lies of your own head. It's been said, we're our own worst enemies. More people talk themselves out of success every year, every day, every hour, every minute, every second than any enemy of yours will ever do. And most of the time, the only reason we listen to what other people say we can't do is the same reason I listened to them for so long. It's because we agreed with them. I agreed with them that I couldn't do it. Oh, I may have said with my words I didn't, but even in my heart I did, or I wouldn't have listened to it. I wouldn't have taken it to heart. I would have put the shields up and said, no, I don't think so. That's not true. That's a lie. So, stop putting yourself into a box. Stop telling yourself what you can't do, and stop telling yourself that it's impossible. Stop listing the reasons why you can't succeed. Start listening to the voice that says you can. Start listening to the voice that says you will. Start listening to the voice that tells you why you can. And for Lance's sakes, write down the reasons why you can, so that you can read them and reread them and reread them. And then stop listening to the people in your life that tell you you can't, and all the reasons why you can't or why you shouldn't, and other who do you think you are. Stop agreeing with them and letting them put you in a box and helping them put you in a box, yourself in a box. Eleanor Roosevelt said it best: no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So the answer is, end quote, by the way. So the answer is, stop giving them your consent. Start surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, or at least catch the basis of your vision that will help you grow as a person. And cut out of your lives the people that want to tell you you're not good enough and want to tell you, you know what? And then list all your faults and say, who do you think you are? Or you know what? This is why you can't succeed. No, cut those people out of your life. Get them out of there. Surround yourselves with people who say things like, you know what? You can do this. Surround yourself with the Vince Lombardis of your life that say, you got this. You can do this. Here, let me help you. Let me encourage you. Those are the people you need in your life. Cut those who tell you that you can't do things out of your life, and surround yourself with people who tell you you can. Everybody needs encouragement. Everybody needs the cheerleaders once in a while in their lives. I'm not talking about yes people that just say yes to everything till you end up as some kind of crazy cult leader or serial killer because everybody just says yes, yes, yes. The surest way to fail is to surround yourself with yes people. That's the opposite problem of contentious naysayers. Balance. You want people that encourage you, but also tell you when you're getting off track, that keep you accountable to what you say you want to do and the person you want to be. Don't go from naysayers that are saying you can't to yes men that say yes to everything. Oh, sure, you can fly if you jump off a plane. No, don't surround yourself with those people either. Find people who catch your vision, who get you. No one's going to entirely get you. That's okay. But surround yourself with people who are going to help. That's what I need to do now. I need to finish assembling my board, which I kind of procrastinated on because of a lot of other things came in. Losing my grandma, amongst other things. Again, not seeking pity. But yeah, I'm determined I'm not going to be a quitter anymore. I'm not going to give up just because things are hard. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to press in, and I'm going to find people to come alongside me, who believe in me and encourage me. I have found a couple. I'm going to continue to build on that, mind you. It's not like I don't have anybody. There are 3 or 4 good friends in my life that do really believe in what I'm doing and encourage me, and I them. And God will build on that. But I have to start seeing myself as He sees me, and I have to start seeing myself as good enough. I've got to stop telling myself what I can't do and what is impossible for me. I need to start doing everything I do wholeheartedly with all my effort, with max effort. As they would say in working out, your max effort to max out. So I'm going to learn to be better at tagging Facebook videos and hashtagging Twitter things and coming up with better thumbnails on YouTube videos and descriptions and all that stuff. Now, right now, my laptop's broke, so obviously I'm using my phone, so I can't do the whole features of YouTube now. But I will make the most of the features I can use on my phone until I get another laptop. I will learn to improve and be better in these videos. And any advice out there would be greatly appreciated. Because I can watch all the Facebook tutorials I want, but nothing beats tried and true advice of methods other people have used that I can adapt to see if they'll work for me or not. I mean, I don't want my channel to be a clone of everybody else's. Everybody has to do things their way. God created us all to be unique, not clones. That said, just as it's been said, only the fool doesn't learn from the mistakes of others. A wise man also learns from the success of other people, what worked for them and what didn't, so that you don't have to waste your time trying things that didn't work for the majority of people, and begin to try the things that did work for the majority of the people. Now, maybe the things that work for the majority won't work here, and maybe some of the things that didn't work for the majority will. But unless I try, I don't know. So it's going to be a lot of trial and error, but I'm going to put the effort in. At any rate, like I said, I don't want to babble. I hope this, but I guess not so brief. It's like almost 16 minutes. But I hope this video has really encouraged you guys to keep going and not give up. And yeah, so there it is, brute and honest. Just wanted to share my heart in hopes that what I've come to conclusions of and felt led to say would just really inspire you guys not to give up. And let's encourage one another. What are you struggling with? Comment below. I'd love to encourage you guys as well, because, you know, we are here to build each other up. And human beings are not meant to be isolated islands all to themselves. We all need each other, and we all need to encourage each other, especially in these crazy times. At any rate, you all have an awesome day. Be blessed, okay?